Now, I'm down here today working on this old rail fence. Now, it's been up here about going on 40 years now. I've been holding cattle in most of that time. And it's about 3/4 mile, this thing that I built. Built out of rails back then, but because that's what I had. And sometimes you just got to do what you got. But it keeps in my old cows. My old cows are gentle. And it kind of gets wore down like me. And so you got to kind of patch it every once in a while, like you do me. But that's not what I want to talk about today. When you get older, and I'm getting older, then you sort of spend a lot of time reflecting back on your life. And I guess you should. We need to remember where we come from and how we got to where we are. But some of you folks has never met me. Probably be a little bit standoffish toward me, and I guess that's warranted. But being who I am and all. But you ought not be. I'm just like you. I was molded by events and people in my growing up life, just like everybody. I come from country people, working on a farm, and we grew up on a little farm, and us kids done most work on it. Had a cotton allotment and a little corn patch to feed fattening hogs and milk cow, and Granny had a few old cows in a wood pasture over here. And but Daddy, he worked for Dr. E.A. Browder. Had a big farm just right here next to us, over 1,000 acres. And so he run his farm here in Yucca Farm. Now us kids, well heck, all the kids here in this valley, everybody was poor, and we didn't seem to really mind much or care or whatever. But I know it worried my parents. It worried them terribly, and all their lives they pushed and worked to make us a better life, and they did. They give us they give us lunch money every day and put us on clean clothes and put us on a school bus to get us an education. We went to school and high school and even on to college. And my parents probably had the most influence on me than anybody, as they should, because they were good parents. Now we got our whoopings, but we got some love too. And you just can't imagine how hard it was on my mama, trying to raise 6 kids, and feed and clothe us and discipline us and give us all a little bit of individual time too. Now, I just don't see how I don't see how she did. And my daddy, he worked 7 days a week. I mean hard physical work for years and years. Most people nowadays, they wouldn't last a week at that. Now, he overseed the farm hands and the goings on, and he had at least 4 families to look after, and anywhere from 300 to 400 head of cattle at any one time, and pasture hogs, about 200 head of pasture hogs, and power mules, and an old blonde saddle horse named Molly. Now he put in hundreds of acres of cotton and corn, and then gathered that, and put up thousands and thousands of bales of hay every year for the cows. And I just don't know how he done it. But in my life, there's a lot of people that helped shape me, but my parents were the ones that done the most. And I am today what I am today is because of them. And I remember when I left home, only thing my daddy said, he said, you know the difference between right and wrong, and I expect you to do right. I tell you what though, the one person in my adult life that has made my life better than I could ever dreamed it could be was my wife, or is my wife, Becky Smith McCoy. From the very first time I met her, I knew she was the one person that could do that, and she has for the last 47 years. Now looking back now, I should have been a better man for her in a lot of ways. But she has made me a better person. There's no doubt in my mind about that either. And I tell you what, I'm amazed that she has loved me for this long a period of time. And I'm not smart enough to figure out why she does it. So I sure am glad she does. And if I ever figure it out, I'm going to write it down on a piece of paper and I'm going to carry it with me for forever. So I'll never forget. Well, I'm Ted McCoy. And I got a good life. And I know why. And I believe if you look back through your memories, you'll find those same feelings too. Well, y'all all have a good day. I better get doing something else. While I'm feeling fairly good, I got good days and bad.